That is a fundamental assumption that I've made. Of course, we have assumed that the term of the loan is equal to the useful life of the investment activity being evaluated. Now, the 0.64 million is the interest per annum for 10 years. So we compute the interest tax shield. If you take the interest multiplied by a tax rate, interest of 0.64 million times 30%, do you find the tax shield of 0.192 million? Annum for 10 years? Is 0.192 million the interest tax shield per year?
Yes, 0.192.
So per year for 10 years. That is an annuity. Yeah? So multiply by present value interest annuity factor 10. This is discounted at the risk-free rate of return. From the question, we know the risk-free rate is 5.5%. The risk-free rate of return is 5.5%. So 5.5 under 10, or if you use your calculator, I think that factor should be 7.5376. The annuity factor times 0.192 million, that should be 1.4472 million. Present value of the interest tax shield.
$1.4478.
78 or 72? Is it 78 or 72?
78.
Okay, let me correct it there. That is correct. Now, the third working that we need to find is sum of the present value of the after-tax cost savings on subsidized loan, also discounted at the risk-free rate. Now, there was a saving. You know, out of the 9 million loan, 4 million was subsidized, which is obtained at 2% below the normal rate. So that means each year the farm will save 2% of 4 million. Is it 0.08 million?
It is 7.2.
Huh? 0.78?
Malim,
Yeah.
it is 7.2.
1.4472. Okay, fine.
Nope.
So let's do the other working. Sum of present value of the after-tax cost savings on subsidized loan discounted at the risk-free rate of return. Now, that loan of 4 million that is subsidized was obtained at 2% below the normal rate, meaning the company will save on interest 0.08 million each year. The farm will save on interest. Is that correct? Did they save 0.08 million per annum?
Yes, it's correct.
Now that they are saving this much on that interest, they forego the tax shield on that. Fine, you are saving 0.08 million, but you'll not enjoy the tax shield on that saving. That foregone tax shield is 30% of 0.08, which is 0.024. This is an opportunity cost. So the net saving should be 0.056 per annum for 10 years. For 10 years. Per annum. For 10 years. Okay, so that becomes an annuity again, discounted at the risk-free rate of 5.5%. So 0.05 million times annuity factor 10, 5.5%. What do you find? This factor I don't think will change, just like that. So sum of the present value of the after-tax cost savings on loans which are subsidized. You find 0.42221 million. The total present value of the after-tax cost savings on loans which is subsidized.
Yes.
Okay. Now, the final working, if you look at the formula, is to find the total issue cost. So far, I've worked out the base case NPV. I've worked out the present value of the interest tax shield. I've worked out total present value of the subsidy minus present value of the issue costs. I think it was very clear in the question in the last paragraph. Issue costs are estimated to be 1% for debt financing, excluding subsidized loans. Out of the 9 million debt, 4 million is subsidized, 5 million is normal loan. So 1% of the 5 million. That is the issue cost on the debt. So 1% of 5 million of the normal debt. Then issue cost on equity is 4% of the external equity. 10 million were to be raised through a rights issue. No issue cost on internal equity. So 4% of 10 million is 0.4 million. 1% of 5 million, you can confirm whether that is 0.05 million. You can confirm that. So the total issue costs 0.045 million, which are not tax deductible. Since the issue costs are not tax deductible, we'll consider the gross amount and no discounting of the issue costs because these are incurred in time zero. So adjusted present value is the base case NPV plus the total present value of the interest tax shield plus the total present value of the after-tax cost savings on subsidized loan minus the total issue costs. I think it looks like minus answer 0.1471 million. Maybe you can confirm that that is the adjusted net present value. Is that the answer? Is adjusted present value minus 0.1471?
Yes.
If that is the case, the answer is negative, and therefore the proposed investment activity is not acceptable because APV is negative. So the proposed investment activity should be rejected. Okay, I want you to be reading on this issue of leverage and risk. This is a repetition of section 3 work. I doubt whether really you need my contribution on that. I've already given you the notes. Leverage and risk, please read. You're in CASIA section 3 too. I don't think I'm going to talk about that. Those notes are self-satisfactory. Degrees of operating leverage, degrees of financial leverage, degrees of combined leverage. The other thing that I'm not going to dwell on is this issue of indifference. I've already given you notes. Again, analysis of operating income, earning per share, the point of difference. I discussed this concept when I was going through mergers and acquisitions. Please also read through that and go through this question. It was tested recently in May 2019. Indifference. I've discussed this concept in mergers and acquisition. So I don't think really I want to go into that. In the course of next week, what I'm going to discuss are long-term financing decisions, the bond refinancing, and lease and buy only. Hizi zingine tafadhali muendelee kusoma. we have already given you a background. And issues of leverage are repetitive. In fact, in the current syllabus, those are things which we have proposed that should be removed from section 5.1. Okay? Leverage, Musome, operating profit, EPS at the difference point, Musome. Next week, I'll summarize on long-term financing decisions, and at that stage, then we shall say we are done. Real estate finance, I gave you a very nice book. I don't think I will be going through that here, Musome. So let me stop there. I'll next week. We summarize on that issue of bond refinancing and lease by analysis, after which I'll say I'll be done. Unless there is any pressing issue, I wish to stop there. If you allow me, tunaweza maliza hiyo mkutano sasa. Niwaache muendelee kusoma, si ndio?
Sawa mwalimu.
Haya, sasa. Chameni malize mkutano sasa.